Hi, good evening. Thank you so much for joining us on our first free live webinar, the Nursepreneur Strategy, Conquer Real Estate. This is an introduction to multifamily syndication. Thank you so much for being here. So let's get started.
Let's go over the disclaimer. I just want to mention that the information that we presented to you today is only for informational and educational purposes only. Any passive investor that joining or listening to this webinar are encouraged to conduct your own due diligence to make sure that to review financial projection, consult with your tax and legal professional before making any and every investment decision.
So who is this presentation for? It's for new investors. It's a way to start a new strategy, to be introduced to a new strategy that deals with investing into real estate without the hassle of dealing with tenants or contractors. And for those who are experienced, it's a way to learn a creative and a distinct way of benefiting from real estate, owning a real asset without bondage of a mortgage, high operating costs, expenses, and it gives you time to yourself and allowing others to successfully own and manage your real estate portfolio.
So who are we? My name is Nancy Vena. I am a registered nurse with 12 years of experience. I'm a God-fearing Christian. I know that God is the one that has been guiding my whole journey. I am a multifamily investor. I have 5 years of real estate experience overall, and I am a dog mommy, and I have an amazing husband as well.
Hi, my name is Pat Tran. I am a nurse practitioner. I have been a nurse practitioner for a little bit over 7 years and has been a nurse total like over 10 years. I was born and raised in Thailand. I am a DNP with a board certified family nurse practitioner, and I like to call myself Nursepreneur. I'm a mom of 2 fur babies, and I have a wonderful husband as well.
Hi, my name's Francesca Mendoza. I've been a med-surg nurse for a little over 4 years. I graduated in class of 2020 during the pandemic. I'm a multifamily investor as well for almost over 4 years. I started investing as soon as I became a nurse, and I like to consider myself a lifelong student. I love to learn and I love to teach.
Let's go over some of the myths that we hear around real estate investing. I know that I believed many of them before I educated myself and before I started my real estate journey. One of them being multifamily investing is only for the wealthy. In this presentation, we will debunk this myth. We will find out how all of these here on the screen right now are just that, myths. I know that I believed a lot of them because I didn't have any education. I did not know anything about real estate. But the more you educate yourself and the more you learn, the more you surround yourself with like-minded individuals and with experienced individuals who are already investing in real estate, the more you will empower yourself and you will learn that these myths are that myths, and we will debunk them in this presentation.
So why are we as the nursepreneurs invest in the real estate? The first benefit of investing in real estate is real estate providing stability and passive incomes. We know we are BC nurses and healthcare professionals. We need to find a way that we can diversify our income beyond our primary practice to make sure that we not just work hard for our money, but have money work hard for us as well. Another benefit of investing in real estate is hedge against the inflation. As you know, after the COVID, the inflation is skyrocket, everything's so expensive. So having a passive income in addition to your W-2, it can provide us with more stable and also can outpace that inflation. And you know, the real estate is protecting the investor. It tend to appreciate over time. That's why we love investing in real estate. Another benefit of investing in real estate is we can diversify our portfolio. Like I mentioned, healthcare professionals like us, nurses like us, we need to find a long-term financial plan for us. And we know that traditional stocks, bonds, overall also provide great benefit, but real estate usually outpace that. So we always recommend that BC nurses and healthcare professionals like us consider investing in real estate.
So here are 3 other reasons why we invest into real estate. It's a way to build wealth and equity. So over time, real estate always builds itself in value, even without us doing anything to it. So imagine adding value to it. It's a way that you can create wealth for your family and pass it on to your children's children. It's also a safety net for your retirement planning. You'll be getting distributions either monthly or quarterly, and it's there to supplement your lifestyle. It's a way to make money without having to work hard. And a third advantage is, well, the sixth advantage is tax advantages. For healthcare professionals, it's better to minimize tax liabilities and increase cash flow through a strategic real estate investing plan.
Overall, multifamily investing is the key to stable, passive, and above market returns. So we encourage you to start your journey.
So let's go over some the information about multifamily syndication. I know everybody have a question, what is multifamily syndication? So multifamily syndication is BC professionals, just you and I, came together, collecting the money to invest in the large apartment buildings. In the syndication structure, there's 2 types of partnerships. One is general partner, which is GP. Another is limited partner, which is LP, which is a passive investor. GP responsibilities to do all the legworks, finding the deals, do underwriting, market research, putting, everything together before presented to the LP, which is passive investor. The passive investor, just like I said, invest passively without have to do any legwork and enjoy the potential returns of your investment.
So what are some of the benefits of being a passive investor? It's passive involvement, meaning that you don't have to do any of the hard work on a day-to-day basis. You leverage a professional management team and you let them take care of that for you. It's a way to diversify your portfolio, meaning that you're not only relying on your W-2 to make income. Real estate provides a way to supplement your lifestyle by providing another stream of income. Real estate also has a potential for higher returns. In a syndication, it is typical for you to get higher returns than in any other traditional investment strategy. And as I said before, you can rely on experts and experienced general partners that do all the legwork for you. They do the underwriting, they do the sourcing, they walk the units, they make sure that this is a property that's going to benefit every member involved, and it's going to maximize return while minimizing the risk.
Now for the fun part, let's go over the key components of a multifamily syndication. How exactly does it work? How do we go from start to end? First, we need to find an actual property that we can add value to it. So your general partners, your experienced operators will identify and evaluate different investment opportunities. We underwrite, we go through many deals, many properties before we find one that meets projections that will benefit you as a passive investor. How do we find properties? We do so by building relationship with brokers. Once we do find a property that makes sense, that we can come up with a great business plan, we move on through a due diligence phase. Here we continue to deep dive on the market, do a market survey, and compare like properties around. And we also review all the financials for our property. Once we have everything set, that we know that it makes sense, that we can meet the projections, and that we have a business plan to go through, we move on to the capital raising phase, which is when we present the deal with our number projections, with our market survey, with our market analysis, and why the property is a good deal. And we have passive investors and your active investors as well raise funds together, bring them together so we can go buy the property. Once we buy the property, we move on to the asset management phase, which is when we start the business plan. The general partners oversee the property management. We make sure that the renovations are going according to plan, and we implement our value add strategy. The value add strategy is improving the property, the apartment complex, bringing up the income that the property makes on a yearly basis so that we increase the value of the apartment complex. While we're doing the asset management and after stabilizing the property, there's a period about 6 months to maybe 9 months, could be up to 12 months, where the property is being stabilized. So the projections or the returns paid to passive investors might be less at the beginning because we're working on bringing the rents up to market rent. We're working on starting to increase our other income, which could be charging pet rent, charging reserved parking, implementing washer dryer fees, you name it, different strategies that we can use to increase the income of a property. But all the meanwhile, throughout the business plan that we're holding the property, we are paying distributions to our passive investors. So remember, we're doing all this work. You don't have to do anything. We take care of everything. We update the passive investors on what it is that we're doing, either monthly newsletters or quarterly newsletters, and we pay the projections. Again, the same, it could be a monthly distribution or a quarterly distribution, it just depends. And the way the projections the way the distributions are split is usually 70-30% or 80-20%, which means 80% or 70% of the profits goes to the limited partners, the passive investors. So once we stabilize the property and we get to the end where we can sell the property, after holding it for 3, 5, 7 years, when we exit the property, we give you your initial investment back. Plus, we have already improved the property and increased the income of the property and the worth of the property so much that we are able to sell the property for a much higher price than what we originally purchased. So we give you your investment back plus a profit of that value as well.
Every investment has risk, but us as the active investor or general partner, we do everything that we can in our power to make sure that we're protecting our investors' money. The common risks that you've seen in any real estate investing, the first is market risk. That including economic downturns, any fluctuation in rental demand. The second risk is the property-specific risk that including the vacancy, any unexpected maintenance issue, and any unexpected expenses. However, like I mentioned, as the active investor or general partner, we do a very thorough due diligence. We're very conservative when it comes to underwriting to reduce the potential risk and to protect our investor money. So that's the strategy that we always keep in mind before we take on any deal.
So what's a due diligence process for a passive investor like yourself look like? Well, first, you'll do a quick market analysis, meaning that you'll look into the market and for that area, for that specific deal area, you'll look into the market and look for demographic, what job growth and population growth there's there, because with job growth and population growth means rental income and rental trends. So you'll look around to see what other properties are renting for what amount, and look at the property evaluation. See if the business plan that's being presented to you makes sense. Can the team pull off adding value to this property and meeting those market projections? So it is important to also ask the team what business plan they have in place to add value to that property, and also ask for any financial performance information that they may have. It is also important to know who you're partnering with. What team is it that you want to work with? For example, if you want to work with Pat, Nancy, and myself, you know that you'll have a team of nurses that care for you, because, like you, we're also nurses and we're compassionate. And just as we work hard for our patients, we'll work hard for you. And lastly, you want to consult your legal and tax attorney. Make sure that this investment is what's appropriate for you and your family.
How do we overcome some of the common challenges that comes with investing in real estate? For your lack of knowledge, it's important to educate yourself about the investment that you want to make, whether it be multifamily investing, single family investing, even stocks, bonds, whatever investing it is. It's always important to educate yourself. There are books that are specific for investing through multifamily syndication. There's mentorship programs. I know that Pat, Fran, and we have invested a significant amount of money in our education, which gives us the confidence to overcome the lack of knowledge that we used to have before we started our journey. There's also capital constraints. For a syndication, the minimum investment, it can be, can be a big amount for some of us. And it might be, we might think that we're not able to afford that, but there's different options that you can consider. You can partner with other nurses. There's also self-directed IRAs. There's 1031 exchanges as well. And I know something that I did with my husband, Abraham. We worked extra shifts, and instead of using those extra shifts to go on a vacation or purchase a newer vehicle, instead of using it for a liability, we save that extra money to buy assets, to invest in real estate. So that is another option as well. It might take you a little bit longer to get to a level that you want to be, but this is a marathon, it's not a sprint. And then also, how do you overcome the due diligence? Just thorough research, right? There's Google, you can go, we have the internet, we have so many resources right now, ChatGPT, that you can go and ask something so you can get some information. You can also seek guidance from other experienced professionals. Pat, Fran, and I are available. You can always reach out to us and ask us about our journey. If you have specific questions as well, you can ask us and we'll make sure that we can guide you as much as we can. If we don't have the answer for a specific question, we will connect you with whoever does have that answer. But, just connect yourself with other like-minded individuals and ask questions.
So how can we get started? First step, you're here watching our webinar, you start educate yourself, by attending any seminars, workshop, any online courses like Nancy mentioned, mentorship program. Learn more about, get more about get the knowledge that you don't have, so you can be more confident and comfortable before you investing in any investment opportunities. Another step you can take is networking. Nancy, Fred, and I are very familiar with this word because we know that by connecting with experienced investors, the syndicators, by connecting with us, fellow nurses and healthcare professionals, we get to learn more about, how we can get started, what is the risk, what is the benefit. So for us to get more comfortable with all the investment that we can make. Another step you can take is to partner with an expert. Partner with sponsors that have, good track record, that share the same value as you. So that's another step you can take as well. Also, you can start small. Begin with a very minimum investment that required for that specific investment opportunity, and then gain experience, build confidence, and go bigger when you're more comfortable. The most important step to take, guys, is take action. Do not let the fear holding you back. Do not, like Nancy mentioned, go into analysis paralysis. Set your financial goals today. Nancy always tell Fran and I that the best time to start investing was yesterday. The second best time is today. So take action, guys.
So in conclusion, what do we want you guys to take away from this webinar and presentation? Investing in multifamily and syndication is a gateway to financial wealth, to financial freedom. It's a way to build your future. Why is it that we invest in multifamily? It's because we want to eventually retire from nursing, from bedside, and make passive income without having to work extra hard, without having to put in extra shifts. Me personally, I got introduced to multifamily at a very hard time in my life. I was on strike at the hospital, and it was 6 months without a paycheck, and we went without insurance. And being that I had just graduated about a year before the strike began, really put me in a situation to analyze what it was that I was doing. I thought I went into a field that needed us, a field that we were indispensable, indisposable, and little did I know that that was very untrue. So I want to have a profession, and I want to have a way of making money where I'm in control of what I do, that I'm in control of the money that I make, that there is a set business plan and that it's being followed, that I'm working with other like-minded healthcare workers like Nancy and Pat that I can trust, that I know are going to do their due diligence, as well as myself, to get all of us across the finish line, because it's not just about what I can do for myself, it's what we can do for you guys as well. Because at the end of the day, we're all in this together. We want to build a financial future. We want to secure wealth, not just for ourselves as well, but for our children who are on the way. I want to live a healthy and long life. I don't want to work as a nurse for the rest of my life, even though I do love what I do, but I want to do it at my own time, in my own leisure. I want to use my skills to maybe go abroad one day and volunteer my time to those that are in need of healthcare access. And those are things that are going to require money. So it's important for me to start planning now so that I have those opportunities in the near future.
Now, why in the world would you invest with us? It's easy. We're nurses, just like you. We walk in your shoes every day. The three of us still have a W-2. So we know exactly what it is that you go through on a day-to-day basis on your shifts. We truly care about other people. We love taking care of our patients. Nursing is a passion. You need to have a good heart, and you really need to care about people. And that's what the three of us have. So like Fran had mentioned before, that just translates into our into our real estate. Sorry. We will care for our investors, for our investment, because we invest alongside with you, the same way that we care for our patients. We have a passion of getting more nurses, more healthcare professionals involved in real estate. We see the power of real estate investing. We can see the light at the end of the tunnel, right? We no longer just depend on our W-2. And like Fran mentioned, it's not a guaranteed job. God forbid something happened that you're not able to work. What other source of income will you have? I know short-term disability only comes for so long. I know long-term disability doesn't cover, right? It's not a full paycheck all the time. So it's important to have something, a second stream of income, and you can do it through real estate, and you can do it with us, right? You know that we will take care of you, we will take care of your investment, and we really want you to succeed. We're committed to helping you grow. We aim to empower more nurses with real estate investment knowledge, and we want to help you generate the passive income and achieve that time freedom that you deserve.
If you not already know or join our private Facebook group, I just want to mention that we have a private Facebook group, the Nursepreneur Conquer Real Estate. We encourage each and every one of you to join our community. Like Nancy mentioned, we are nurses to Nursepreneur. We want to create a community that we can share our wins, share our losses, and we want to be open to every nurses and healthcare professional. We want to bring everybody together to join the nurse-led movement toward our financial freedom together. We also want to transform our financial future with the nursepreneur who walk in your shoes on a daily basis. Nancy mentioned that we still have the W-2, but we also investing alongside. We want to be able to be there for you, like we be there for our patients. So scan the QR code that you see on your screen, and let's join the Facebook group so we can chat more about the real estate investment.
So here are contact information. Fran, which is me, Nancy and Pat's email. It's important for you guys to connect with us. Let us know what your financial goals are. We can go over what it is that you want to do with your money, whether it be short term, whether it be long term, what it is that you're looking to gain. It's important that we know what your needs are so that we can meet them. So book a call with us, email us, talk to us. We're really friendly. Get to know us as human beings as well.